Hi there, Mrs. Bradshaw Smith doing Forest School at home again. So, we're going to go for a walk in the woods and see if we can find some tracks. Now, tracks can be anything. They can be footprints, they can be animal tracks, they could be bikes, they could be horseshoes, anything like that. So, we're going to see if we can find some tracks. Okay, we're walking in the woods now along a path, and as I'm walking along, I'm looking at this muddy side bit. And if you look carefully, you can see with this one, that's a horseshoe mark. So a horse has been walking this way. You can see the bottom of his foot, what it looks like. It's almost like little arrows on there, isn't it? There's an amazing dog footprint here. And if we look along here, you can see lots of other dog footprints. There's some tyre tracks. Can you see here? See the tyre tracks? Somebody's been up here on a bike. These are people's boots. And they've all got different patterns. This one's got like a leaf pattern on it, hasn't it? And swirly ends. This one's got a different pattern. I think that person's walking that way and that person's walking that way. Hi there, right, we're back from our walk in the woods and we found loads of tracks, didn't we? What I've got down here is a bit of an experiment, okay? So I've got different types of soil and things, so different surfaces, and I want to see which one makes the best footprints, okay? So in this tray I've got some nice sand, okay? Now what you have to make sure is that anything that you're doing this with is nice and flat when you start off. So I'm going to put my foot in, I'm going to squish it down, wiggle it from side to side a little bit. I'm not going to wiggle it very much, but enough to give a good footprint. Now, do you think it's going to leave a footprint? Let's see. Wow, that was good. Okay, should we move on to number 2? This one, I've got some gravel. Okay, in goes my Wellington boot. And out it comes. It's made a bit of a footprint, but not very. You can just see my heel here on the top edge where the gravel's been squished down. Okay, but it's not as good as this one over here. This one, I've got some mud. Okay, that's come out of the garden. Let's have a look. So in goes my Wellington boot. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And carefully out it comes. I'm peeling my foot back. Oh, that's pretty good. So I've got a nice footprint there. So I've got the heel here. And I've got all the patterns in here. Much better than the gravel. This one, I've got some leaves and some moss. This is a bit like a woodland floor, isn't it? There's some pine cones in there, all sorts of things. Okay, in it goes. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's see. Wow, looking closely, it's really hard to see that I've actually put my foot in there, isn't it? It's a little bit flatter. These bits are a bit higher up, so there is a sort of a shape of my foot, but you can't really see it. Right, and this one is a really rocky one. So on goes my Wellington boot. Is it going to leave a mark? Let's see. No, nothing. So our best one, which do you think? I think not the stones, probably not the wood, leaves and moss. The mud, not bad, not bad at all. Gravel, little bit, tiny bit. Sand, I think the sand is the best one. Now the other thing we can do is see if we can improve our footprints. So we've got our sand, we've got our gravel, mud, leaves and rocks. What could we add to make our footprint come out better? What do you think? So think about what comes down from the sky. If we add rain, it gets really, really muddy, doesn't it? So I have got my rain in a bucket. I'm going to add this to my trays now and see what happens. So I'm going to smooth them out a bit again so they're all nice and flat, because then it's a fair test. So I'm going to add some water to my sand. Is it going to be better or not so good as last time? Peel it back carefully. I've lost a little bit here. I wonder why. I think I might have a bit of lump of mud on the bottom of my boot. How about my gravel? See if this is any better. Oh, a bit better. You can see it's the water's holding the gravel together a bit, so it's actually made a better print. Let's try the mud. There's my rain on the mud. In goes my foot. I don't even have to wiggle this one. It's sunk into the mud. Let's see what happens when I pull it out. Wow, that is amazing. I like that one. You've got all the ridges in my boot. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's have a look at our leaves here with the water. Here we go, leaves. Let's see what we get here. Peeling back. Kind of. You can see the top end of my boot there and the heel here. So it's definitely made it a bit flatter, hasn't it? Oh, that just disappeared completely. Let's see what our rocks do. Not very much, apart from a bit of a muddy footprint where I've got mud on my boot. So there you go. We've just done an experiment to see which is the best surface to make footprints in. So if you go out after it's rained, you probably are going to find some good footprints in the woods. So you can find the tracks of the animals. You can find horseshoe tracks. You can find people's footprints. Okay, so we've done our footprints tracks. Now we're going to make some other tracks too. See if we can find some things, maybe treasure.